Hello and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I've been pretty busy this week. I've needed to finish off my rank, so I wanted to get into Deadly. So I've done that, and I've just about done it at 0%. And also, I'm 95% on Explorer, so I need to go and do a bit of exploring. I did do an Explorer video a long time ago, but it was more about the perils of doing it inside the bubble, because obviously when you start, that's pretty much all the exploring you're going to do. It's always, I would recommend anyway, is keep it, even if it's just the basic discovery scanner, just so that you can open up some systems along the way, and obviously you get paid as well. Which will also, I mean, you only get to your first rank, then you get your invitation to Felicity Farseer. So, and if you've got Horizons, then that's definitely doing. Not only that, if you open up the systems, even if you don't scan the planets, you will see if there's any space stations in that. They will just automatically show up, even if you don't see the planets. They just be off on their own, and then when you go in there and eventually discover what it's orbiting, then that will appear on the map as well. But always worth doing, I think. So I need to go and do a little bit of. So because when I played the course, I was in the Anaconda, so the Asper's just replied. I want to go and see this place. I don't know where I got this from. I can't remember it. I think I was watching a stream and it was recommended to go and see. Apparently it's quite nice. So it looks like quite a big star, I suppose. It looks like it's a white one, isn't it? If we go, that will tell us it's a blue-white star. No, zero population, all that. So it's a scoopable one, but it's 12,000 out, and until the patch we can't plot. We can only plot 1,000. So I'm having to. Well, what I'm decided to do is I'm going to go to Jackson's Lighthouse, and then from there do a jump and then plot to where it is I need to go. That will get us a little bit closer. So that's what we're going to do. I think it was 6 jumps in the Anaconda. It looks like it's 1, 2, 4 jumps maybe. It is 4 jumps. So we're going to have to take it, and obviously do a little bit of a discovering along the way, because I've learned a little bit more since then. Because obviously there was a time when I used to do it all with the basic. The first week it was just, I don't know, mind blowing, I suppose, for this game. I was discovering the planets with the minimum of equipment. I had no detailed scan or anything. I was just having the fun of going out and watching the star fields for movement, and then you get closer, and then when you get close enough, the 500 light seconds, and you can ping it and it shows up on your scanner. I had hours and hours of doing that. I really much enjoyed it. And then obviously when I got all the discovery scanner, you get a bit lazy. You just ping it, and then once you get the advanced anyway, you just ping it and off you go. And then you start cherry picking. So that looks like a water well, that looks like an ammonia, those kind of. Or if you see a rather nice system, you think, you go off and do that if you fancy as well, which I did plenty of. Well, I might be doing a little bit of cherry picking today. If I see a planet worth that I think I like, maybe if there's a whole string of high metal contents and then not too much of a drive, then I don't want that. Not too much of a distance, then I may do those. But water worlds and Earth likes, I will pretty much go as far as I need to scan it if I have to. Let's bring up the landing gear, eh? Oh, he's taking his time getting out there. Jackson's Lighthouse. Even that looks good, doesn't it? And so does that. Right, I think we're going to have the orbital lines on for this. Don't really want to be going at it if I could possibly help it. There we go. Now I need to get out. There we go. I really have got to get some practice in on that, because I'm planning on at some point using the neutron highway to get to Colonia in this account and then back again. I think with the bigger jump range, it's not going to be such a long haul that it was with the other character. Let's turn that off. That is a lovely looking star. I spotted one of those when I was out on my travels in the other character. I totally forgot to record it. Right, so our jump range has gone up to 174 light years, so we can't grumble at that. So where was it we needed to go? Anyone remember? Oh yeah, it's a hip, wasn't it? Must see. Now, I'm still out of range for that. By much though. So we do one decent jump and then we ain't got far to go. So what would be probably easier to go? Let's go to Jackson's Lighthouse. Spin her around and we're heading there. Oh, out a bit further. We'll go a bit quicker than that. Alright, we need about 100. Oh, hold on, don't like these. That's it. 100. Oh, just out. What's that? 200. Crikey. Okay. Ah, there. 165. Let's go in closer to that one. See if we can get something a little better. Oh, I don't know that we will. 173. Mm. 178. 184. Okay, let's settle with this one. Hang on, get away, get lost. That's it. Ugh. 173. Right, we can do that. We're going to do that. 173 light years. We can do, it's set in the 174. Oh right, so we're not actually, we're about near enough there, so let's do that. How much fuel? Doesn't use much fuel either, does it? Right, first off, let's spin her around. Gives us a nice bit of a leapfrog. Let's see where we end up. Little planet in there already, a little moon or something. What will scan that? We've got to do is turn around. We might be able to do it while we're scooping. Yeah, we can. That's just on the other side. So we'll do that while we're scooping. Hold on, it's not letting me scoop. Let's get rid of those. Right, now we need to plot a course to the next one. We should be able to get straight there now, so galaxy map. Hip. Plot course. Yeah. 22 jumps. Oh, it's not too bad. I think my other Asper's doing 1,000. Mind you, we're not quite doing 1,000, are we? So we knocked a little bit off because only 70 odd out, so we've knocked 100 off, so we're doing about 900 for 20 odd jumps. when in the ASP I was doing about 1,000. It was about 34 jumps. You gain, I suppose, 10. I suppose. Then again, that'd be another 2, so 22. Yeah, so it's about 10 jumps you gain from a bigger jump drive, but this isn't actually configured. It could be configured to go a lot further. I'm quite happy with 43. I suppose I'll get round to it one day. Right. Scan, ping, jump is what we're planning on doing, and we'll check out along the way, see if there's anything worth looking at. If not, we're just going to keep going. 20 jumps. I think I have upgraded the scanner so it's a little bit quicker. That's high metal content. Oh, that could be an ammonia. We're going to go and have a look. $2,000 out. Let's get some fuel before we go. We're not going to do the whole system, we're just going to be fair, this would be how safe am I about scooping and oh, nearly done. So let's get off the start first and then have a little look. Is it worth doing the whole system? Could possibly be. I'll do that one as well. Do that one. No, and that could possibly high metal content. That's definitely high metal content. But no, we'd settle with those two. We'll do them. Depending how close he is to him. If he's close enough, we'll do him. I could possibly do that sun. That's where we are. It's a little bit extra. It's not a lot. We're not going to bother. That's 39. Yeah, we're not going to bother with those. Oh, in fact, let's do the sun while we're in range. That's not the one. That's the one we've come from, which means it's you here. No. You then. Yeah, so we'll quickly scan you. I should have made a note of the ammonia before I did that. Oh well. I'm pretty sure that's ammonia. It's the right colour. It's got that tinge and it's got an atmosphere. You can see. You can look at the edges. It's got. I don't know. It's It looks to me like it's got an atmosphere anyway. So at the very least, worst, it'd be a high metal content, which will still pay. Just won't pay as much as an ammonia. But that's what I think that one is. You don't want to get too close to the planet because it'll slow you right down. So once we start the scan, we're going to go down to about 25% power. Could even stop, but we're going. You don't want to get too close. You get too close to where you just go a nice. You're inside his gravity sort of well, I suppose they call it. I don't know, but it slows you right down anyway. So let's drop her down to 25%. Yeah, it's an ammonia. Definitely worth the visit for that. Maybe about 300,000 I think you get for those. Something like that, especially if you detailed scan. This could possibly, is this the other one next to it, or is it? There was two on either side. I don't think it was twinned with any of them. It was just sort of there. So let's try anyway. If this is the other one, then fair enough. If not, we'll just move on. Oh, hang on. Let me just check it quickly. No, it's the wrong one. I want that one. How far away are you? Oh. Yeah, we'd do that one as well. Yeah, the second one was a high metal content, but even so, that get a nice bit of credits from that. And twin that with the ammonia as well. systems. We're not going to scan it all. We'd probably be worth a fair bit if we scanned it all in total with the ammonia in there. It'd be a nice paying system, but we're not going to worry about that. We're moving on. I've done plenty of the scanning in the past, and I just want to get to where I'm going. Obviously, it just takes too long to get anywhere. So I definitely cherry pick from it. Well, I have been for a little while. Oh, maybe if I had the throttle. At this stage, we're not necessarily going to be finding any systems that haven't been scanned before. So you won't get the bonus, but when you get to about 1,000 out, then it starts becoming more likely. Yeah, I see that all these have been discovered. There's nothing there worth doing, so we'll move on again. There we go. Looking at the star field, there's like hardly any stars in the sky. You can see that at this point we are quite close to the stars, so they should start popping up once we get a bit of distance from it. There we go, they're starting to come in, but they're still very scarce. On Rally, I'm heading towards the Annihilator. So I've moved on from Colonia, I'm heading towards the Annihilator, then I'm going to go into Sagittarius and take a look at that. And then there's Nebula on the other side of Sagittarius. I'm planning on maybe going over to that as well, which is about 10k on the other side of Sagittarius. But the star field, I mean, there we go, there's more stars on the field now. That's okay, isn't it? But when you get closer towards the middle, wow, 2001, it's full of stars. So a couple of jumps in, I've just stopped, I've pinged the system, and we're still 18 to hip, so we're not that far out, we're not 1,000 out yet by any stretch. But what we found, that's a possible water world right there and there. Now that one's been discovered, this one hasn't. That one hasn't, that's high metal content, that's a high metal content, hasn't been scanned. No, it's that one. So someone's come in and scanned that, cherry picking. But that could well be a water world. It's the right sort of distance away, it's not too close. That could be a water world. Now there's one down here as well. I think that may be a water, mind you, it's 63,000 light years from where we are, but I think that could be a water world as well, unscanned. That's a high metal content, not too sure about that. I think that just might be a moon, but it's got that kind of edge to it. I don't know, it might have some kind of, if you look at this one, look, there's no, mind you, it should be hidden from the sun because the sun's on this side, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's got these ones have got like a sheen along the top, like where the sun hits the atmosphere before it hits the planet, and it sort of gives that off. That one hasn't got it. Now, neither does that one, to be fair. That could be an icy planet, or it could be a water world, we don't know. I don't think I'm going to go and have a look, but I am going to scan this one, and then that one. Even though it's been discovered, you'll still get a fair few creds for that. And if I pass these along the way, then I'll scan them as well, and there's another high metal content there. I don't know, that's got we may have to look at that one as well. Okay, we might just scan all of those and leave the last two. They'll be quite far out, I'd imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5, and we'll do the moon while we're there anyway. It's not a landable moon though, is it? It's just a rocky one by the looks of it. Okay, but we're not that far out at the minute, so if we look at galaxy map, we're not looking at the galaxy map. I just press it, didn't I? There we go. Where are we? They are the Guardian ruins. There's the community goal. How far away from the community goal? 400 light years. 400 light years out, and you're starting to get systems. Oh wait, not the whole system, but if you want to get your name on stuff, you haven't got to go too far. You just got to go in the right direction. You've got to try and go where no one has really gone off to. So if, say for instance, I don't know where I'm going now. I just clicked on something. Say if you're going to, let's go to the ancient ruins. Oh God, crikey, I've got them somewhere. Oh, well, even that doesn't. Yeah, there we go. So if we go off to the ancient ruins, and you want to get here from the bubble, and you don't mind wasting a bit of time, if you're say around here, then come out this way, and then come to. And there's a chance that a few of these, because you'll cross players when they're on their way, but you might well find a nice little stretch of stars where no one's looked at. But you've got to go out at least 400. Well, I would normally say 1,000, but we're only 400 light years out, and we found some possible a water world as well with no one's name on it. By the way, I'm going to be out a while, so if you can get out here, you might possibly get your name on that, because I'm not that worried. So yeah, you can possibly come out to about here and then come across if you're going to, say, the ancient ruin or wherever it is you're going. Don't go directly at it, like Colonia, for instance. When I went to Colonia, I went to Eagle's Nebula first, which is off to the right, which is over here somewhere, and then I went in. Now, when I got a couple of thousand out, loads unnamed stars, because there's so many around there. And then when I went into Colonia again, I crossed a couple of stars which might have people's names on, but more often than not, they were all undiscovered. Not saying that I was the first person in there, another one could well have been in there and he hadn't made it to a station yet. That's the thing, you won't know that until you get to hand it in. But there's stations along the way to Colonia, so if you find a world that it's got some Earth likes or something, you really want to put your name on, then just head towards one of those stations. One of them is actually in the Eagle Nebula, even though I didn't know that at the time. I actually passed through it before I remembered those stations were even out there, and looked up where they were, and I'd passed it already, and I didn't want to turn around. So anyway. Right, next one. Oh, another dud star. Go figure. Oh. Oh no, it's a nice bright star. It's a nice blue. A fair bit in here. Binary planet rings. What the hell is that then? Oh. Well, it's nice, isn't it? Binary planet rings. What was all that about? Some of these are landable as well. It's been discovered. There's nothing targeted, and I did target it, whatever that was. But I think, yeah, I shall scan this system. That is actually quite nice. I can't zoom out any further. It's actually, there's lots of stars. Yeah, I actually quite like that. We might go settle on this planet, because I think that would be quite a view onto that. In fact, quite a few of these will. So there's some rather nice systems, I think, if you can get the nice finds. Obviously this one was a tip-off. But even so, there are some nice ones out that you stumble across. I think the most I found is had 3 black holes in it. but I think that section is over. That was over by the Orion Nebula. I think that's all been closed off for the time being, so I don't even know if I can get back into that system. And I know it wasn't bookmarked, but I may have wrote it down, so whether I've added it to it, I'll have to have a look through, but that was quite a nice system. There is a few. I mean, there's one not too far from the bubble. I don't know if you looked at that one earlier. This one here. It's right next to Sophis. Sophis is there. There we go. It's not that far at all. In fact, Almagast is even closer. Just outside the bubble. And that has, if I click on that again, that has a black hole in it. It's actually got a planet in there with, I can bring it up right, there's the black hole there. I've already bookmarked it, so you can see the damn thing, or you just don't notice it. And this world here has 3 Gs. Yeah, 3.1 or 3.12 Gs. Get some nice materials off there as well, I think, if I remember right. Actually, it's fairly standard, isn't it? But it's a rather, you get a nice view because you've got this star orbits in it, and it does look rather nice. In fact, I think one of my end screens is actually on this planet. I think it's the one where you've got the scavengers, or not scavengers. What are those drones that sort of guard pirated goods on points of interest? I don't know what video it was on, but I know that was filmed on this planet. It's a rather nice one to go and see. It's a system I do visit. There is one of these planets that I'm sure has arsenic on it. No, I'm sure one of them does. I should have bookmarked it. Maybe it's this. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong system. Anyway, that is another nice system. I'm still inside the heat zone. Wow. I'm still inside. If you note, my fuel scoop hasn't gone off. Right, let's scan these in quickly, because this is weird. But that is rather nice, isn't it? Let's scan that one in. Right, let's go and have a look and see what that is. Can we get into it? Because it's on the other side of that planet, isn't it? That is rather... wow. I don't know that it's going to let us do that. It's not a landable planet. Oh, hang on. No, I'm very confused. It's not landable, is it? It is landable. Oh, of course it is. Oh, you know what? I'm tired. Maybe I need to go have a coffee. But let's go and have a look. I want to know what that is. Is it a base or something? Very confused. What? A spectacular view though. Yeah. Can't actually see the... oh, we can. We can't see the rings. Oh, yeah, kinda. Do you know what? I wasn't actually paying attention. I didn't notice how many G's. It's 1.96. Okay, so I think too drastic. What's going to be here? Is there going to be a beacon here? Ah, maybe it's a tourist beacon. Okay, so it's one of the mission places for passenger missions, or yeah, they do the passenger exploration, don't they? They want to go and explore, and sightseeing missions, I think that's what they're called. Maybe that's what we're looking at. So we're going to get down there. There'll be a beacon. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe not. Nice place to have a base. Not necessarily in the crater though, when you're a bit on top, you want to actually get a view. Yeah, I think there's a beacon there. Yeah, there is. Okay, it's one of the mission. And so it should be as well. It's actually rather nice. I didn't realise it was quite far out. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, remember there's gravity. I thought he's coming down here a bit quick. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, did I just hit boost? Oh, fucking. Right, yeah, I think what I'll do is if I manage to get this thing landed, no, I'm going to hit the side and need to boost again. What I'll do is, I think we call that there, but I'm actually very happy with coming out here. From here, I may move on to Obsidian Orbital. They've got a mission going on over there. It's an old one, it's not a new one, but I think it paid a lot better when they first did it. But it's a fun mission, so it's not about money, it's more about the fun aspect more than anything else. And you pick that up at Obsidian Orbital, you just go there, dock, and then let's put a bit of power into the shields. Yeah, it's going to be a hefty landing. Yeah. Oh well, right. Forget that even happened. That didn't happen. You all know what you're thinking. What happened? Nothing. So it's a beacon. Wow, I've actually put my landing gear down. Didn't I put my landing gear down? Oh, did I pull it back up in sheer panic? Oh, here we go. Yeah, that do. Stop. No. Yeah, May gathered. I'm actually trying to get used to a HOTAS at the moment. My minions got me for my birthday. It's going well. Oh god. Okay, why are you not connecting? There you go. Yeah, it's going well, as you can see. Still going back to the buttons occasionally, but yeah. So deploy. Oh, there's a bit of material on this planet. I'll have to have a look, see in a minute what actual material's on this planet. To be fair, save a bit of fuel, don't need that on. Oh, we already got a message, didn't we?